Jet black, jet black.
With Tony, Meehan and myself both being sort of jazz-minded, on the first LP we talked Hank and Bruce into doing a little modern jazz thing, which we wrote a thing called Nivram, which is Marvin backwards, unless you guessed that already. And it featured the bass guitar. And it's quite a nice little tune we wrote there, and the bass guitar takes a solo in it, which was unheard of in the 60s. Blokes come up to me now in shows, you know, who've taken up bass years ago, and they go and they say, "Jet, you'll never guess." I say, "What?" "I've nearly learnt the solo in Nivram." I mean, this is 50 years later, you know, bless them.
But it is a curious little piece, and to just come up with that off the top of your head, I mean, it's pretty good.
Certainly made its mark, that number.
As well as the chords, the lines that Jet was playing were, because of his jazz background, he was playing jazz lines, walking lines. So I was learning a bit of jazz, even though it's a rock or pop record.
The Shadow Steps, that came about from Hank and I saw some footage of this, there was an American band, black band, called the Treniers. They did movements, and we thought, hey, that'd look good on stage, so we made up a few little movements, which we still do to this day. It's quite famous, that crossover step. They sometimes, if we play a big place like Warner's, the audience get up and do that step, you know, which is quite nice, really.
This is one of the several singles from the film The Young Ones. The A-side, When the Girl in Your Arms is the Girl in Your Heart, rivals the longest song title you can think of, doesn't it? But the B-side, Got a Funny Feeling, is a really great rocker, a typical rocker of Cliff Richard and the Shadows from the Jet and Tony period, and that is a great record.
So you would believe that this one's got more of Jet's influence on Cliff?
That is the Jet Harris Shadows era.
Well, as regards leaving them, everybody knows this, I had a drink problem, and I just had to get out of it. Or to get out of their way. I'm sure they'd had enough of me, because they never knew what I was going to be like. But most of the time I did my job perfect.